Welcome to the AFR Saints channel, where we provide you daily content on your favorite team, the New Orleans Saints. Do us a favor and hit that subscribe button. Be sure to leave your comments below and smash that like button. Who dat? Saints are in their third and final week of OTAs. They'll be in a minicamp next week, so the offseason program is very much in flow and flux. And after that, they'll have a little time off before they report for training camp. And one of the big questions that remains to be seen is if the New Orleans Saints will, in fact, add a veteran quarterback. I'll remind you that our good buddy Alan Moore. Alan Moore. I had to get the full thing in there. Was asked a couple of weeks ago at OTAs if they planned to add a veteran quarterback. Here's what he said.
We'll certainly have awareness to it. I think there's a number of positions on our roster that as you go through it, we're kind of at that 90 mark now. And so now you're navigating, okay, what veterans are available, what guys were just in our camp that we feel really good about, maybe giving them an extended opportunity as we go through this process. We know this roster will move certainly in the next couple weeks as you kind of finish the OTA phase of this thing. And so, we have 3 quarterbacks right now. Certainly in a lot of cases you have 4, not always, but, certainly we're ready if the opportunity presents itself.
Okay, so not no. We'll be aware to it. Not no, but it's not something they're very actively going to do, and a lot of it is circumstance, right? Who's available? Aaron Rodgers said not interested. I don't think the Saints were interested in him anyway. One of the names we've brought up a lot here is Kirk Cousins. He is a guy that would stand to reason is going to be a post-June 1 release by Atlanta. I think most people are assuming that Cousins wants to go somewhere where he can be a starter. He's not going to be the starter in Atlanta, where Michael Penix is their starting quarterback. So does he have that opportunity? We referenced a piece at CBS Sports last week that predicted and projected Kirk Cousins to end up in New Orleans. I'm in favor of that, by the way. Now, it depends on the deal, but if you can get a good value on a 1-year deal on a veteran quarterback, I'm for it for all the reasons we've talked about. Bring in a veteran, add that veteran presence, mentor your young players, not throw so much on the shoulders of Spencer Rattler and Tyler Shuck so early in their careers, and let them grow and develop. Well, Jake Haener don't think that idea is worth a velvet painting of a whale and a dolphin getting it on. Jake Haener was talking to the media and was asked about bringing in a veteran quarterback. He says, and I quote, I mean, what are you going to get from that? Those guys on staff are veterans, man. They've done it. They've been through it. You've got everything you need in terms of what to look for, what to ask, what to see. They've seen it all. They've been around it. He went on. If there's anything we're missing, that we don't have all the answers to the test, we're still young. We have a lot to learn. They're great resources to have, meaning the coaches on staff that were quarterbacks. He wasn't done. It allows you to see different perspectives. The coaches understand that. Hey, every quarterback is different. My footwork at times may be different from Spencer's and Tyler's, and we're going to build this thing up to the point where, hey, you do whatever's comfortable if you're throwing the ball on time and on rhythm. Okay. You ever ask yourself why Drew Brees gives so much credit to Doug Flutie for the job he did in mentoring Brees as a young player? The value? I mean, we have, from Drew Brees' mouth, we have played those clips for you talking about how much of his career he owes to Doug Flutie because of what he learned and the mentorship he got from Doug Flutie in San Diego. You ever ask yourself why Drew Brees wanted Mark Brunell as his backup, wanted Chase Daniel as his backup? Now, Daniel was younger, but Brees saw, as a player, a future Hall of Famer, saw value in having that skill set, that presence, that extra set of eyes. Mark Brunell brought the Jacksonville Jaguars as an expansion franchise to the AFC Championship game in their second year of existence. And Brees wanted him in New Orleans. By the way, remember Jameis Winston? Former number 1 overall pick in the draft. Had the weight of a franchise dumped on him in Tampa from jump. Threw for a bunch of yards. Was a 5,000-yard passer. Threw for a bunch of touchdowns. Had a lot of interceptions. Wasn't always great. Tampa didn't extend him. He becomes a free agent. He comes to New Orleans. Jameis goes on the Charlie Ward podcast in April of 2020 and talked about why he came to New Orleans with Peyton and Brees.
Being a part of New Orleans Saints, being a part with Drew Brees, Taysom Hill, Sean Payton, Coach Joe Lombardi, Coach Pete Carmichael Jr. When you think about that room, I mean, that's like a Harvard education in quarterback school.
So Jameis, the former number 1 overall pick, comes to New Orleans as a backup, says that's like a Harvard education for quarterback school. Brees enjoyed his time with Doug Flutie, wanted good backups there as well, good quarterbacks around him. There were veteran quarterbacks they could learn from and have another set of eyes. So you look at that and you wonder, why does Jake Haener say, and I quote, I mean, what are you going to get from that? Those guys on staff are veterans, man. They've done it, been through it. You got everything you need in terms of what you're looking for, what to ask, what to see. They've seen it all. They've been around it. Of course, those coaches on staff, Kellen Moore, Doug Nussmeier, Scott Tolzien, Scott Linehan, all these guys that are on staff in New Orleans were former quarterbacks. And that's true. But you ever ask why Jake Haener, you ever think why Jake Haener wouldn't want a veteran quarterback? Job security. It's easy. Right now, Jake Haener's one of 3. It's Shuck, Rattler, and Haener. You bring in Kirk Cousins? Do you think Jake Haener, who right now, I think we'd all agree, is running a distant third in this battle? Rattler beat him out last year. Now you go use the 40th overall pick on Tyler Shuck. Haener's running a distant third. You think the guy that's third wants Kirk Cousins and his 13 years of experience, his 159 starts, his 42,972 career passing yards, his 288 career passing touchdowns? Do you think Jake Haener, the third quarterback, wants that guy in the room? Because guess what that means for Jake Haener? He gone. Bye-bye. Cut. You think he wants Aaron Rodgers and his 4 MVP trophies in that room? Even Teddy Bridgewater. You think Jake Haener would be pumped about having Teddy B? His 10 years of experience, his 65-game start, his awesome bike life celebration. You think Jake Haener, Mr. Glamour Shots, wants those guys in the room? You think Jake Haener, Mr. 6-game PED suspension, wants that amount of experience there? You think Jake Haener and his 226 career passing yards with 1 touchdown and 1 interception wants those guys in the room? He wants job security. Why do you think he's poo-pooing it? None of the coaches are going to take his job as a backup quarterback. Kirk Cousins will. Aaron Rodgers will. Teddy Bridgewater will. You cut from the bottom, dog. He's gone if that happens. You're asking the wrong guy. That's like going into any business and finding your lowest performing employee and saying, hey, do you think we should bring in a consultant to evaluate our efficiency and effectiveness in this organization? What do you think they're going to say? No, dog, we good. I'm hanging out in the corner eating Cheetos, playing Minecraft. Please don't bring in a consultant. We're good. That's what Jake Haener's doing. And I'm over here popping PEDs, taking glamour shots. We got plenty of coaches that know quarterbacks. We don't need to bring in another quarterback because they're going to take your job. You're asking the wrong guy. Yes, you need a veteran quarterback in this room. I have said it. We'll continue to say it. You need a veteran quarterback in the room. If you can get Kirk Cousins, great, at a reasonable price. If not, then there's someone like Teddy Bridgewater who's been around the league for a decade. They can take some of the pressure off your young guys, maybe provide some mentorship. There's only a benefit to that. So yes, absolutely. Stop asking Jake Haener questions. Jake Haener. I mean, the total dismissive nature of that makes me not even like Jake Haener. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact. And be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.